Hey babies, what's up guys and how are you all doing? Please, if you find any issue with my voice, kindly ignore. I am not feeling too strong, but I am fine, okay? So guys, but nothing will stop me from gisting with you guys, you already know. If you're yet to subscribe, please do, and make sure you turn on the notification bell for steady gist. You know how it is right here. If you snooze, you lose immediately. Okay guys, your faves in their number had their diary session. Big brother had some few things to ask them. Let's just discuss their diary session in a brief. We're gonna be talking about Ozee, Nelly, Anita, Wanni, Victoria, and Onyeka. I'm not actually discussing their session according to how Biggie called them in the diary room, okay? I actually left the men ones for the last, like Onyeka, Victoria, and Wanni. Yes, but let me just start with Ozee. In his diary session, he feels grateful to still be here on the ninth week. But sincerely, guys, it is not easy at all. Like, it is really not easy being on the ninth week. Like, So, Biggie gets to ask them a question, okay, about the housemates who left, and Ozee, for him, he said it was so surprising to see Sean leave the house, that it was so shocking to see, and even handy. And then he spoke about his stays in the house, because Biggie asked them for staying this far in the house, that is there something that is still difficult for them to achieve and to do in the house, that they still find it as a problem. And he said it was during the onset where he was trying to fit in, but he's actually cool now. And he tends to even seek some little advice from Biggie, like kind of asking Biggie that he's thinking so much about the outside right now, that does Biggie think it's the right thing to do, or he should just try to focus and maintain what he's in here for now. And also Biggie asked him to actually, does he think he's gonna stay for next week, that is the finale? And he said he has never changed one bit, so he feels like he's still gonna stay, that he's not going anywhere. That was what Ozee said. And let me just speak about his brother's own in a nutshell. Meanwhile, talking about the HOH, Ozee had a good thing to say about him, like that he's a genuine, respectful guy. The same thing the brother has to say about him. Like, they all have a positive thing to say about Kellyrae. And one thing for sure is that guy has truly respects everyone in that house. So it is right to see him get all of this accolade from people. Ozee said the same thing about how Kellyrae is a genuine, respectful guy, that in other tenure he has always played out well, he has always done the right thing he should do. So it is right for other people to do the same for him, and Ozee spoke about his babe, his girl's birthday, and Big Brother said he should utilize the opportunity to wish her a happy birthday, which he did in advance, and then said on Thursday too that he's gonna mark it for her, and then he spoke about how the difficult thing for him, he said at this point he feel like previously they form a clique in the house, but right now it's kind of a big shaking. Everybody's in their cliques, you understand, and then you find it way hard to fit in. I remember, was it not yesterday or the day before yesterday, he was speaking about how people and ships are all together in the parties, they will be dancing together, and themselves that are not in a ship will feel lonely. They had that conversation with Kassia, Onyeka, and then the other twin. Yes, so that was it for Ozee. And he also feel like he's gonna still stay next week. More wahala. If everybody go stay next week, who go come go? Who will be going on Sunday? Okay, let's quickly move to that of Nelly. For my girls, they were all looking pink today. They were actually using the Y2K theme. That is the oldies. You know how young girls during the oldies, they will use this. Their makeup used to be so funny, yeah. So that's how the housemates are dressing according to their wager. Their wager has to do with it. So they are trying to put in the theme. And that was what even Ozee told Big Brother, that they're trying to work it out. Right now, they've got to understand what Biggie wants on how they should handle their wager. And Biggie had to tell Ozee, so you people needed Biggie to use the cry of a baby and the coughing sound to get you guys know the right thing to do. But for Ozee said for him that was not it. But we are talking about Nelly right now, okay? So Nelly in her diary session, revealed how she didn't win the HOH, but that is all good, and she's really hoping to stay, for next week to be at the finale. She said there is nothing hard for her, because Biggie asked now what they've been finding difficult. She said for her it's just the gym, the early morning gym. Oftentimes, every time, you don't even have a break for it. That's one thing that she has really not gotten used to. That aside that she's really okay. And then she said hi to her mom, and the mom should actually, put in my language, they say bawa rosary gain and Mary, meaning that she should soak her rosary. You understand? That is to pray. For those that are Catholic will understand what it is, So she actually have hope that she's going to stay. She really hopes to stay. Talking about hope to stay, Anita also have hope to stay. Like Anita said, almost Anita is looking beautiful. This look is supposed to be so funny on them, but guess what? My babes are killing it. Look at how good Anita is looking. So yeah, for Anita's session, Anita actually still hope. In fact, she's confident that she's staying till the end. She said she really wants to, stay till the end. Like she wants to, not just staying to the end, that she need that money and she wants to stand on stage. She wants to stand on stage, not just being at the end, meaning that she wants to be among the one of two or the winner of that money because she need that money. And then she said the only thing she's struggling for since being in the house is waking up early, that she's really not something she's used to. So that waking up early is a thing for her. And aside that, other things, she has actually outgrown them and getting used to them. So that was just it for Anita. And Anita said for those evicted, it was only Handi's own that surprised her, that she knew at a point things will happen, but she doesn't think Handi would go now. That among the three people who left, it was Handi's own that was a shocker for her. Talking about Handi, let's move straight to Wanni's diary session. Yes, Wanni, baby girl who was actually crying her eyes out. In fact, when she got to the diary room, Biggie said, I was expecting you to come to the diary room with a tissue, and she started laughing because of course Biggie saw how much she cried when her sister left. And guess what? I'm not going to be using a crying picture of my baby because she smiled more than she did cry in the diary room. Yes, she cried. Yes, but she smiled more and she was a strong girl. Yes, Wanni is a strong girl. She said her sister Handi said she should put on her strong pants, and she has done that. She did shed a tear because she had to talk about them and how they are her closest peeps in the house. That in as much as she's a social butterfly, but at the same time, your own closest people. Other people is just a talk here and there, but you have your own closer people. That Handi is even the person that has actually built little relationship with other people, not like her, So she also spoke about how she missed cuddling and some of the kisses she used to get from Sean. And then she spoke so much about the HOH Kellyrae. Of course, Kellyrae and Wanni has not had a good relationship. And then she said all of this bad energy started off when she noticed that Kellyrae perceived her as a rude person. That was when she had this thingy for Kellyrae. That was why every little thing she would pick on the dude. For example, the meat ish. That it was Sean who brought her to order and tell her that things might not seem the way she think it is, that he perceives this guy Kellyrae to be a stand-up guy. That was what Sean told her. Then she gets to realize that maybe everything has been up on her head, and truly things were being up on her head. That's why she could find it easy to say that about the meat thingy for Kelly. But it feels so good to see that even Sean, that is not really that close to Kellyrae, has good things to say about him. Even Wanni said Handi had even told her that in as much as they might not vibe with Kellyrae, but she feels like he's a good guy. That guy is just good. Everyone could perceive and see him that way, So Wanni felt like, but right now that Handi them left, or more Kellyrae was the person who prepared breakfast for her. She's seen a different side of Kellyrae, but right now everything she thinks about Kellyrae has gone out of her head. Maybe she has really come up to him as rude, so it's left for her to show him that this is not whom she is. I'm like, exactly, that is how to own up to things you do. So Wanni just said it all about Kelly and how she feel like they're in a better place right now, that he has cared for her ever since the siblings, the sister and the hubby, the boyfriend hubby in the house left. This cold I'm having been doing me strong thing, like catarrh and cough is something I do not even like. Like, it's the worst sickness for me ever. Anyways, guys, you just have to manage my voice like that. I think it's not yet that bad because it's coming when you'll be hearing from me. Okay, yeah, guys, that was that about Wanni. And then Wanni said that she feel like she might be going next week, that she doesn't want to sound negative, but she felt like she was even going on Sunday, because when Sean Handi was called, she was thinking she was going to be the next person because she felt it was going to be 4 people leaving, but that she survived it. She was so happy. Also, you understand that she is here at the same time, do not want to go on Sunday, so that she miss Handi and Sean, but she knows they would want her to also stay till the finale. So that, yes, she also felt like since she did not appear among bottom 3, meaning that she also deserves to be hopeful. So baby girl is hopeful, at the same time she's kind of skeptical about it. So Wanni fans, hope you guys are doing the right thing. Though I know, we all know, we inside the street know that even if they were removing 5 people on Sunday, Wanni wouldn't have gone home. Yes, I said it with my full chest. All right, talking about Wanni, let's talk about Victoria, who is the pair of the Shatoria, who, of course, is, should I call her Wanni's sister-in-law? Anyways, all of that joke aside, Victoria's session, she was feeling grateful, she was feeling happy, making it to the 9th week, but she said she was so sad of not winning the HOH game, you know. And then there is something Biggie said to her in the diary room, which is something I have been saying on this space. I know if you've been following me, you might not like me for anything. It is very okay. But if there is one thing I do here, is to say things the way it is. I have no faith. I have no least faith. All of the housemates are cool, right? I would say things the way they are, but I am not in charge to tell you how that might come off to you. Like, I think recently I've been saying how on the social street they've been hyping this girl Victoria about how she, made a smart decision when it was nomination time. Even before I went to the social street to get that gist, already when I was discussing the nominations, I gave her accolade. So going to the social space and I see that people are even hyping her. Now, it's going to be so funny to hear that people would think this girl was not the person who made a smart nomination yesterday. Biggie even gave her the accolade because Biggie said your strategy almost worked, and then she now gave her reason why she wanted all of those 4-in-1 fan base to be up so that they would see their strength individually and not two being up and the other 2 fans would vote for them, something like that, So she said she did voted Tofara because she know that she feel like he's somebody that she can stand in a competition with and feel like she's also can be safe even if being in a competition with Tofara. And then Biggie even told her and said, Biggie's used this word on her and said, for the first time you actually made a decision as a competitor in the game, meaning that her, what's it called, strategic reason was actually on point. So Biggie saw that too and gave her an accolade. Then when Biggie said that, I just started smiling. I was like, Biggie, as if I needed you to say this thing so that at least maybe people would actually, when Biggie said it, people would understand. But when Mimi says, oh, Mimi is a blogger, maybe Mimi is trying to side Victoria, maybe Mimi is this, Even when some of you all might see me and say, but this lady is not partial, right? But because of stanship has beclouded some of you all sense of reasoning, you will not see that part again. You'll still say Mimi is trying to lie, Mimi is trying to side this person, and it's understandable. It's what stanship does, and it's not you people's fault. I understand. Everybody go do all right. So yeah, Biggie gave Victoria an accolade. That's one of my favorites today. Biggie giving her that accolade because I think she deserved that accolade. Like, she made a smart move. Imagine Tofara not being mentioned. Do you know that Tofara, Tuj and Kellyrae, 3 people would automatically be in the finale, making it look like some of your favorite who you wanted them to be there will not be there. Even if they leave some people, maybe the Nelly herself will not even, they will still be sitting. So this thing is a smart decision to make, be strategic when you want to make nominations. And also Victoria spoke about Sean leaving and how it affected Wanni, and then spoke about how she's also happy that she's here. She was thinking that if they had to go, that amongst the Shatoria pair, it's gonna be her. But it's so funny to say that she is here. And also she spoke about how what is hard for her still in the house is communication. Like, she have very poor communication with other housemates, and she doesn't want to start forcing things now. That like last night it was very close for only her to sleep at the Sunset's bedroom, and then she spoke to Wanni earlier, and Wanni said the both of them can share Sean's bed, and that was how they slept together. Yes, it was Wanni and Victoria who slept together on Sean's bed yesterday. So Victoria felt like she has not really built connection. She just have her own people, which is Kassia, Kellyrae, and Ozee. She does not really have too much relationship with other people in the house. So for staying, she said she really hopes to stay for the finale. But if she tends to go home, then she will accept it in good faith. But when it comes to staying, that she really hoped to, that she would stay in the house. So I think that was all for Victoria. And then let's enter Onyeka's own. She's gonna be the last person I'm gonna be discussing here. Onyeka coming into the diary room vibey and bubbly with her jet ski ride and all of her rideables, all the things she has used. Even Biggie told her, but it may seem as though you targeted a particular set of people for your jet ski and whatever. So they laughed it all out. She's one baby that I've always said that she actually brought drama to this game. And that's why she's one person I am rooting for to stay to the finale, because she gave us something to really talk about. She gave us dramatic, scenarios in the house. And then she's saying it with her full chest that she actually had to do something, that the house would not just be boring. So she became that person that would actually stir things up in the house. That's why sometimes I said some things should not be so personal, but at the same time, when you even play this your game, some things come off real. But if there is one thing, the one problem I think Onyeka have is taking accountability. It is very easy for her to point accusing figures at others, but pointing it to herself is a difficult one. Even with her conversation with Biggie was even trying to let her know that if you have a friend and you went to tell this friend of yours about, oh, you dressed up because of a man, how would you feel? And then she said, and that's why she's not taking it so serious with Victoria. But the problem is that she feel like herself and Victoria would have been very cool, but the people Victoria wants to make friends with are the people she think that would have spoiled her name the more. Now she's putting it on Kassia and Kellyrae and whatever. So yesterday night, I also noticed something about her when they were discussing about the wager. She acted like she was not interested. She was like the Kellyrae was forcing himself on her. And this is the same Onyeka that I know that she's really all out when it comes to wager. In fact, sometimes she gets pissed if she's not being listened to, right? That's one of the disagreements she used to have with the sister. But right now, when it comes to that of Kellyrae, she was reluctant and everything. And now she came to confirm it herself that in as much as Kellyrae is not her friend, that she wanted to keep mute and not even act up anything on this wager or add up anything, but because of this wager, a win for one is a win for all. If not, she wouldn't have even impute anything. You understand? Because Kellyrae is not even her friend, that she doesn't even know her vibes with Kellyrae, where they stand as friends or anything, So that's the reason why that even when they started making suggestions that all of the housemates, all eyes was on her, that she was like, what is it? In my mind, I'm like, the same girl who would want the attention, who would want her to have a say, who would want to be in charge of things, is now acting like all eyes was on her. Now she doesn't like it automatically that all eyes was on her. So she said, and even for the script, she said she's not going to write it, that somebody should write it for the first time. I knew all of this thing will come up on Kellyrae's reign, because of course they are not really cool. You guys already know how it is. So it is okay for, if you're not cool with someone, you'd want to react a certain way, because they are not your people. So that is what Onyeka wanted to do. But at the same time, you guys know Kellyrae, he's a sweet guy. He would come off your faces and still, ask you to do something. So she even said if nobody can write the scripts, then she will still do it, But left for her, she wouldn't have done it, So she's really grateful, staying till the 9th week, staying strong. And she said she's the spicy girl of the season, sitting on her throne. And that's 100%. I give it to her for that. Like, that's 100%. One of the reasons why I think she also deserves to stay to the finale. And then she said it was so surprising to see Sean go. She said Sean is a straight person. In fact, that she's a team Sean, because Sean eviction was the one who got to her most, that Sean is a straight person like this, like very straightforward. Like, he would always tell you your truth to your face. So that he feels like he's somebody that deserves to stay. But the game is a game. That it was the one that surprised her the most, So Biggie had a bit back and forth with Victoria ish with her, Jare, tries to make her see how things came off, you understand, from her own end. Like, she's not perfect, like she's trying to paint it and make it look like other people are trying to rubbish her or whatever, And then she did accept and said she know. That's why she's not really taking it deep on Victoria, But if she also said she take back her words, if the word she used, as in the word vile she used on Kassia, was a deep thing. But the reason why she said that was because the things Kassia said about her is, it was not given like Kassia do not want her to have a friend in the house. So it was coming up from her feelings. That was why she said what she said. But she said she's ready to. Big Brother now asked her, do you think all of this energy you think you're getting from Kassia is one-sided? She said, not really, but anybody that comes for her, she will come for the person too, you understand? But at the same time, at the point, she was feeling it was one-sided and whatnot. But that was what it is with Onyeka's diary session, And then she said what she has find difficult in the house is also kind of communication for her. She said her sister made friends and then she joined in those friendships. And that thing is the truth. This girl, Chizoba, was the one who got closer to them by the way twins first. And then before she could fit in and join, truly she might look like a social butterfly, but truly, I think communication problem too is there for Onyeka. Same as it was. In fact, it may seem as though Onyeka and Victoria have similar personality, because communication problem is also her thing. Like, she does not really have, it may look like she have too many people in her corner, but at the same time she do not really have too many people in her corner. If you notice this week, she has been lonely kinda, because she does not have good relationship with the girls like that, and she doesn't want to force things. So she's just when it's time to gist, she would gist. When it's time to, she would just, be on her own. Like, see this Y2K something, everybody is all maked up and everything. Her own is just smiled, nothing much, So she told Biggie that she's trying to be on her own, she doesn't want to force things too. That's just one of the thingy she has actually find difficult to make in the house. That is communication and having good friendship like that. But she just have her own people, and we know her closest persons in the house are Ozee and OC in the house. So I should really hope she would also be here next week. So the Onyeka fans, are you guys doing the needful? That is what I need to know right now. Make sure you vote your fave so that they will stand a chance to be at the finale, because anybody who actually stayed till the finale might likely get that money. Nobody is sure for now, because I cannot come out and say, oh, one person is sure. No ways. People on the social space are making it look like so they are sure of certain peeps, but at the same time, you never can be this sure. Though each season, I have always knew people that would win and they've always won. But let's enter next week first before we get to talk about that one. Anyways, guys, I'm going to be dropping my voice right here and now to see you guys later. Thank you so much for always sailing with me. Bye for now, babies.